Hey everybody, Christine here from Sisters of Solace, and today I'm not bringing you a message, but a project that you can work on that would benefit you. So every year in the month of December is when I start telling all of our clients and students, customers, whoever wants it, that it's time to start manifesting for the new year. So as we start going through the middle of December is about where we are now, it's time to start thinking about what do I want to do for 2023? What are my goals? What are my dreams? You know, a lot of times we have long-term goals, but it's like, let's break it down to just next year. What would you want to accomplish in 1 year? What do you want to manifest? It's all about manifesting. And remembering that manifesting is not about just receiving stuff, materialistic items, things like that. So you're going to need some tools, simple tools, okay, nothing crazy. And I'm going to go through it with you, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can write down what you're looking for. So when we're manifesting, we want a piece of paper, okay, simple 8x10 piece of paper, lined paper, construction paper, whatever you got, not fussy. A mason jar or some type of jar with a lid, okay, there we go. Maybe some crystals, some crafting supplies, but we'll get more into that after. So now what you want to do is we're going to start first with the paper, okay? That's where it all begins, is right there. So manifesting, it can be very easy. Now, just a pre-warning, and not that it's a bad warning, but a lot of times what we want and what we need are two different things. Now, we may think we want X, Y, and Z, and the universe goes, ugh, that's not going to be good for her. Let's not give it to her, okay? And if you don't get something, don't get upset. Don't say the universe isn't listening. Don't say God hates me or anything weird like that. It just means it's not meant for you, or it's not meant for you right now. Now, if it's not meant for you, you'll kind of know, because when something is supposed to be for us, it's like, I don't know, I can feel it. I can feel it. Like it's right there. I feel like it's supposed to be mine. Then yes, it's probably supposed to be yours because you can feel it that strongly. Just know that it's probably not the right time for it. So don't panic if things don't happen when you want them to, okay? Because when is not our job, how is not our job. So get your piece of paper. And at the top, I usually write down my goals and my dreams for 2023. Now, of course, I do my goals and my dreams for myself and for the business. So I start with me. So what do I need? So I think about that really hard, emotionally and mentally. What do you need? Okay, start there. I need to be happy. I need to be healthy. I need to have love in my life, support in my life. Okay, I need to have good energy, a positive mindset, good friends, connections with my family, and whatever else you need. Think about it. What do you need in your life, mentally and emotionally? Peace of mind, breathing, right? Maybe you need less drama. Maybe you need more boundaries. Maybe you need, who knows? You know what you need, okay? So I am now willing and ready to receive all those things. Now start moving outside of yourself. If you're in a relationship, is everything good there? Or is there some things maybe you and your spouse, your significant other, your partner want for this year? Maybe you want to work on the relationship a little bit more. I would love peace and harmony in my relationship. I would like more communication in my relationship. I would love more connection, more intimacy. And remember, intimacy is not all about sex and cuddling and all that stuff. Intimacy is being able to open up to someone else and just totally giving them your all, who you are, what you're feeling, all of it, okay? Move on to the next thing, your job, okay? Do you like your job? Great. Maybe you just want a raise. That would be nice, right? So put it in. I am now willing and ready to receive a 3% raise, a 5% raise, an extra $100 a week, an extra $200 a week, an extra $10,000 a year. I don't know. You know what your job is. You know what your raises could be. But don't even stop and think that it has to stop here. I would like to receive, I am receiving a 3% raise or more. Always add the or more because the universe knows better. Don't limit yourself. Then it's like, okay, what else have we got? So you've talked about yourself, you talked about your relationship, you talked about your job. Maybe there's something within the family. Maybe you're a family with still young children at home. Maybe it's a vacation you'd love to take. You know, universe, I'm now willing and ready to receive $5,000 or more so we can all go to Disney or any other trip for that matter. You know, whatever it may be, put it in there. If it's time for a new car, put that in there. Like myself, I got a car a couple years ago, and I said, okay, I want a Toyota and I want a RAV4, and I want it to have all the bells and whistles, and I want to spend this amount of money or less, and I want it to be easy. Don't forget the easy part. Nothing should be hard. So I did. I looked around, and when it felt right, I hit that button, made an appointment, went down there, and the car I was looking for came out, and it had a big dragonfly on it, and that's one of my signs. And I went, wow. And I drove it, loved it. I'm telling you, I was in and out of the dealership in under 2 hours. Total, that's finance, everything done in under 2 hours, no haggling, and I got the best price ever for a brand new secondhand car. Only 2 years old, hardly any miles. It was perfect. Perfect, and it was easy. So it's possible. Believe me, it's possible. Okay, so if it's not a car, it's not a vacation, maybe there's some home improvements you want to do. Okay, please help me to find the perfect carpenter, the perfect electrician, the perfect plumber. Help me to find the connections that I need to do the projects I need done at my house. Help me to have X amount of dollars or more. And if you don't know what things cost, say, help me to achieve enough money to cover the cost of all the renovation, right? Once you've written everything down that you want to do, again, all the things I've mentioned, maybe you want a new puppy, maybe a cat, I don't know, whatever it might be, you know, there's no limit. There's no limit. Ask for whatever you want to accomplish in 2023, not the long-term goal of, oh, when I retire, I want $1 million. Just next year. What do you want next year? Write it all down. When you're done, sign the bottom like you're signing a legal document and date it. I always feel like it has some kind of like force in it when I sign something. It's legal, it's a contract, it's binding. You know, that kind of thing? That's the energy I feel when I do something like that. So now let's say we're done. We've written everything we need to write. Now the next thing, take your jar, okay? So you open up your jar and you take your letter to the universe that you wrote, and you're going to stuff it in the jar, okay? Now, what do we do with it? Now, you can do some fancy things with it. You can put some stuff inside with the letter, okay? Me, I like crystals, so I always put crystals. So here's a rose quartz for love, okay? Here's a selenite for visual clarity, as much as it also helps with calmness, breathing, right? Citrine, finance. I also have one here at Sisters right in the cash register because it helps to keep the money flow coming in. Works like a charm. Okay, green aventurine. Green is good for the heart chakra, but it's also good for health. And it's green, so it also stands for finance. Pop that in there. And amethyst. Everybody loves an amethyst. Amethyst, good for the third eye. Open up that third eye. So if intuition is something you're trying to improve on, make sure you write that down as well. I am now willing and ready to receive more clarity in my intuition, more visual, more hearing, more feeling, more whatever you want, okay? So, amethyst. Pop that in there. Now, of course, I've mentioned finance a few times because, yes, we're human beings. We live on a planet where you need money to do everything. So for me, I always grab a few dollars, pop those in there as well. Get them right in that jar, okay? Because it represents finance. This is just representation. That's what it is, okay? So we got some money, we got some crystals. You got anything else you want to pop in there? A little doodad, a little lucky charm, whatever it may be, do it, okay? And once you're done, you got everything in there you want, pop the cover on. Now you can decorate your jar. I have my jar at home, has a beautiful shell, scallop shell angel on it. She's always on my jar. That is my one jar that I use every year. You can decorate it with whatever you want. If you're crafty, paint it, put ribbons, flowers, doodads, whatever you want, symbols, doesn't matter. It's your jar. Okay, make it yours. All I'm going to say is make sure it's glass, no plastic, because energy doesn't flow through plastic. Okay, plastic is fake. Okay, Here's a suggestion for you. This is a jar that I made, okay? It happens to have a little fairy on it. Got some flowers, a little rope bottom, right? Some leaves. Just cute. Pop the cover on. You're all set to go. But it just shows you, it's just one of the examples of something you can do with your jar if you want to decorate it. You don't have to. Like I said, it all depends if you're a crafty person or not. If you're not, don't worry about it. The universe doesn't care if it's got ribbons and bows, okay? So here's your manifesting jar. So now what do we do with the jar? On New Year's Eve, you are going to take this jar and you are going to put it outside your front door or whatever your main door is to the outside, okay? So before you get to the questions, because I know everybody goes, wait a minute, I'm going to tell you. You have your own house. Place this outside your main door, okay, on New Year's Eve. Now, if you live in an apartment or a condo or some type of complex where your door opens up to a hallway, then obviously there's no outside there. If you don't have your own balcony or porch or anything like that that you could put it out on, then take your jar and you pop it in front of a window, okay? Because this way the window is glass, this is glass, energy flows. That's just how I look at it. Because I know a lot of people live in apartments or condos or some type of a complex where you don't have the ability to do those things. So on New Year's Eve, you take this, you put it outside, okay? If you're in an apartment, like I said, pop it in a window. So my intention with that is, here you go, universe. Here's my intentions. This is what I want to manifest for 2023. I put it outside. New Year's Eve happens. We go to bed. I wake up in the morning. It's New Year's Day, January 1st, right? First day of our new chapter of our life. Now I open my front door and I reach out and I take the jar and I bring it back in as if whatever I'm manifesting, I am bringing into my life, into my home. And that's it. Now I'm going to let this sit on the back of my bed, because that's where I usually put it, for the whole year. And I'm not even going to look at it. Just going to leave it there. Okay. Reason being is I want my year to progress naturally. I don't want to keep looking back and go, this hasn't happened yet, or that hasn't happened yet. Oh, it's taking so long. I just, you know what? I gave it to the universe. I let go and I allow things to unfold as they will. Now, because today happens to be December 13th, this weekend, I will be opening my jar from last year, and I'm going to read my letter to see what happened. Off the top of my head, I can tell you there's probably 2 or 3 things that I know happened. The rest we'll see. If it didn't happen, then I chalk it up to it's not time yet or it's not meant for me. Because sometimes when you go back and reread your letter, you read something that goes, oh, you know what? I really don't want that anyway. I'm not going to add that back to my next letter. Again, see, that goes back to what you think you need and what you really need. Okay? And that's how we manifest for the new year. So it's a fun little project. You know, like I said, it's simple. Glass jar, piece of paper, throw some crystals in there, a couple of bucks or whatever. And, you know, and hey, if in the money, if you want more money and you happen to have a 20 laying around or something, or a 50, put it in there. Do whatever you want. Do whatever feels right to you. Okay? It's your jar. It's your manifesting. Do whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. Decorate it. Have the whole family do it. I do it. My kids do it. You see my porch on New Year's Eve. There's like 4 jars outside. It's really cool. And then New Year's Day, we bring it all in. But it's amazing the things that can happen when we manifest. You know, so a manifest away. Remember, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, what do you need? What do you want? You know what I mean? Be as specific as possible. And then that letter that I talked about that you're going to write and you're going to sign it, on there somewhere at the bottom or in the back of it, write this down. I ask for all of this for my highest and best. I ask for this for the highest and best of everyone involved. Better than I could ever imagine. Why do I say that? Because sometimes we go, I want this. And the universe goes, I am not giving you that. I am giving you this. This is for you, okay? So, you know, you may think, oh, I want this. And they're like, no, you're getting this. So, better than I could ever imagine. I got that from one of my teachers, and I thought it was the best thing ever. I love it. Because it's about doing things from your heart, not from your ego. If you ask for things, especially like money, people have a weird vibe around money. But if you're asking for money to fix your home, that's not egotistical. If you've been working your ass off all year and you need a vacation, it's not egotistical to say, hey, I want $1,000 so I can go on vacation. You know what I mean? You deserve a break. Everybody does. So work from your heart, not from your head. Manifest away. Make your 2023 an amazing year. And just so you know, 23, 2 and 3, make 5. And 5 is all about change. So let's make some change. Happy manifesting, happy ending of 2022, and a happy new beginning of 2023. Enjoy, everybody. Have fun with those manifesting jars.